Welcome to our channel. The true story behind why Pamela Anderson keeps her Baywatch swimsuit in a safe. Pamela Anderson was a blonde legendary bombshell as part of the cast of Baywatch. In the action drama series, Anderson played C.J. Parker, a skilled lifeguard on the Baywatch team who donned an iconic red bathing suit while fulfilling her duties. Now, all these years later, you might be wondering if the Playboy cover girl still has her iconic bathing suit. Well, the answer is she does, and she keeps it in a safe for a very serious reason. There's no doubt that Pamela Anderson was the bee's knees in the 90s, but like many gorgeous celebrities, there are dark elements that come from being a Hollywood starlet. In fact, that's one of the reasons why Anderson safeguards her red Baywatch swimsuit, as she told Flaunt that a homeless person once got her hands on it. A homeless person went into my home and was living in my guest house with my Baywatch bathing suit on, slicing her wrists. She had a letter that said, "I'm not a lesbian, I just want to touch you." She got my bathing suit out of my room. I was there alone with 2 babies, and I remember seeing a face in a window. Isn't it the scariest thing you can think of? You walk up to a dark window, and you're like, gasps. I called security who couldn't find her, and then she was in my house. Things kept going missing. Where's that loaf of bread? Where's my jean jacket? And I'd be like, am I going crazy? She was there for 3 or 4 days. That's got to be one of the scariest things a person can go through. I don't even want to imagine what it must feel like to see a stranger suddenly in your house touching and stealing your things. The idea of this person sneakily living in your personal quarters when you have young children around is an especially unbearable thought. It's a sad price to fame, as we've seen others experience things like it. For example, the White Lotus Alexandra Daddario had an armed stalker show up at her house, and one time, a stalker stayed in Jennifer Lopez's pool house for a week. After the homeless woman got her hands on Pamela Anderson's swimsuit, the Baywatch icon revealed where that famed bathing suit is now, explaining, "It's in my safe. I got one stolen when that homeless woman put it on. And when the police officer arrested her, they asked me if I wanted it back, and I said, no, you can keep it." I don't blame her, as I wouldn't want to keep something a stranger touched either. It shows how scary the world can be if you have to safeguard a legendary swimsuit to prevent it from getting stolen. Even though the last time we saw the super slow motion Casey Jean was her cameo appearance in the cast of the Baywatch remake, Pamela Anderson's days of donning the red bathing suit weren't over. Last year, she jumped back into the red bathing suit for a new bikini line, Pamela Anderson x Frankies Bikinis. Seeing her pose in a C.J. Parker-like fashion makes me feel like time never stopped, because she looks as good as she did in the 90s beach series. The Canadian-American actress felt like it was important to give a nod to her red suit in order to feel confident wearing her power color. It still looks amazing on her.